Even before I get to the hospital, they're photographing me for public consumption. It's obviously a slow news day in midsummer, because some enterprising news organization has mustered the celebucopter and a couple of paparazzi to intercept the aerovac. Sure enough, here they are up in the air with us, jockeying to get a good shot of me through the window. I can't see any of this, you understand, but the tech who's been keeping me upright and conscious so I don't drown in my own blood is cursing under his breath. "Goddamn vultures," he says. "We got a dying woman up here, and all they can think about is getting a picture of the bloody stump." Oops, that's me he's talking about. The bloody stump. I, on the other hand, am secretly kind of thrilled. News cameras? Helicopters? Now this is exciting stuff. The pain is blunt and heavy, like I've been smacked in the head by an anvil. I try to concentrate on my breathing, though it is getting harder and harder to draw air up through what until recently had been my nose and mouth. Most of my teeth are gone, and so likely is at least one of my eyes. I know that the bear that attacked me has pretty much chewed out the center of my face, and that my scalp, what might be left of it, has been clawed and peeled from my head like the rind of an orange. "Breathe. Keep breathing," I tell myself. "You've made it this far. Just stick it out a little longer. If I'm going to live, I've got to remain conscious, because if I pass out, they'll never be able to find my trachea in all this mess, let alone intubate it. This much is obvious to all of us, and I'm doing my damnedest to make sure they don't have to. They've got my face swathed in wet dressings to keep it from falling off, but from here, on the inside of it where I'm sitting, all befuddled and annoyed, it just feels wet and cold and alien. I'm still me in here, but I know that whatever I was to everyone else is gone, and not just my face. Something intrinsic, something soulful has been taken, and I wonder if I will live long enough for that to make any difference, and what that difference might turn out to be. I've no idea if I'm going to live or die in the next few hours, but one thing's for certain. This hurts like hell. By the time we land at UCLA Medical Center, about 150 miles away from my ranch home in California's southern Sierras, nearly 100 people are amassed waiting my arrival. Satellite vans, cameras, and boom microphones at the ready. They say the news services monitor the emergency radio bands, and when something tasty comes through on the scanner, they're on it even before the aerovac is mustered. "Looks like they got every news team in Southern California down there waiting for you," says the attendant. "It's going to be a gauntlet, but we'll try to keep you away from it. You ready?" he asks. "Just get me into the ER so I can pass out," I manage to gurgle. They hustle me out of the helo with a blanket over my head for privacy, and meet me on the landing pad with an intake nurse who sounds, well, emotional, and shortly thereafter by a young Asian doctor who does not. "Okay," he says, maybe a touch too brightly to be reassuring. "We're going taking care of you now." He pauses, as if to reassure himself that yes, he is a trained medical professional, someone well equipped to take the situation in hand and prevail over the forces of darkness. But I can hear a hesitation in his voice. Now, I know I'm a mess. I've known that since I saw the mangled apparition in my rearview mirror as I was driving myself down the mountain to the fire station. But I hadn't known just how bad a mess. Now, with this quaver in his voice, I have my answer. "We get all your info from fireman, so you take deep breath now. We're starting anesthesia. You count backward from 10 to 1. Well, that was quick. Sure beats sitting in a waiting room with 12 sneezy kids running all over your feet.